Hello everybody and welcome back to RainBro Crafts. My name is Colton and today we will be making for you our Autumn Equinox soap. This soap is backed by popular demand from last year. It is a really nice, warm, autumn inspired soap. So stay tuned and see how we make this Autumn Equinox soap. Alright, let's get this soap making started. So this Autumn Equinox soap is the first soap of our November soap series, so our November collection, which is actually dedicated towards our more holiday themed soaps. And that's because we wanted December fragrances to be a little more dedicated to fan favorites. The soap starts out just like every other soap we make, which is by mixing our lye water, our sodium lactate, and our plant-based oils together, and then using our stick blender to blend them to a light trace. We will then strain in our colloidal oatmeal slurry and blitz that in as well, just to get everything well incorporated. This fragrance oil we have used a couple times in the past, so we're pretty familiar with its performance, how it works in the soap, what the scent is like. This scent is a blend of mint, chamomile, there's some oak and oak moss in there, grassy notes, cinnamon, and also a little beeswax fragrance, not actual beeswax. This fragrance oil is actually from Nurture Soap, which is one of our three main fragrance suppliers that we utilize, and it is a go-to anytime we're trying to think of a nice, warm, very autumnal scent. This is that scent that we are drawn towards. Zac will then hand whisk in that fragrance oil and then put in some gold yellowy mica and hand whisk that in as well. The inspiration for this design was kind of like falling leaves, so those autumn warm tones of yellow, red, and orange. And then Zac will portion off some of that yellow soap base, and then he'll put in some orange mica to get a nice dark deep orange. Hand whisk that in. Zac likes to hand whisk in his colorants and fragrance to make sure that everything doesn't accelerate quicker than it should. And for this design specifically, we didn't want everything to set up too quickly. He is then going to go down front to back or back to front and do 3 dollops of that orange soap base. So 9 dots total, and you can see that now on screen. It kind of looks like rolls that you're baking in the oven right now. The design is really pretty though, it's a very cool effect. And he is just making sure that all of those are about even in terms of size. And then the final color will be a nice rust red color, and he'll hand whisk that in as well. You can see in this slab mold there that the scent is speeding up the soap batter to setting up a little bit quicker. Not anything to be concerned with, but you can see how it's kind of mounding up there, that it is causing a little bit of acceleration. And he'll just repeat that process, but he is going to reserve maybe about 1/3 of that soap batter to do a nice rusty orange red top layer. So that is what is happening now, and just to make sure that it's a nice kind of clean line, he will be pouring over that scraper just to break the fall so it doesn't kind of dent into that bottom layer that he just created. And then we will scrape out that container since we're not coming back to it. All of that soap batter should be in that slab mold. And then just take a quick second to smooth out the top here, just to make way for the next step in the soaping process, and that is to dust the top with some copper mica. I would say out of all of the micas that we have in our house, this one is the one that we gravitate to the most. And then after doing some copper mica lines, he will do some gold mica lines as well. So again, very autumnal inspired. Like I was saying, the copper mica is probably both of our favorites. If we're ever needing some mica, this is the one that we're probably gonna grab for. The last step in the top design of this is to do some spoon swoops. The thing with this fragrance oil is that it's setting up really well, so it does leave room to do fun things like these spoon swoops without you needing to wait around for it to get to the consistency you're wanting, or it's setting up too quickly and you have to rush. This is like the ideal situation. And then we'll just clean off the sides with a chopstick there, just to get down any of those kind of soap batter that's gone up the sides of the slab mold. And then tuck this soap away for 24 hours, and then it is time to take out of the mold and slice up. This is always the most kind of nerve-wracking part of the soaping process, in my opinion, because this is when you see if the soap design that you had in your head actually relays to what you made. And for some soaps, we make them all the time, like our essentials collection or our fan favorites, where we know what it's going to look like, we know how everything behaves. This is a new design for us, and so it's always a little bit scary to see what it's gonna look like. You can't really do a whole lot. You're just gonna have to sell something, and hopefully it turns out well. If it's not the cutest, it'll still smell well. In this instance, it both smells really good and it looks really good, and so we're really excited to have this soap ready here in a couple months. And there you can see that really cool kind of like bullseye design a little bit, or like you're looking down like a country lane and there is autumn leaves on either side of it. Really a pretty effect. And then we'll just use Dorothy, our multi-bar cutter, to slice up the remainder of that soap. And the really cool thing is every single soap, every single side is very different looking. So it's really kind of a fun thing to see how each bar differs from the next. Like I was saying, this soap will be for sale starting November 1st online and in person, so grab yours while you can. We do have a ton of in-person events for November, so definitely check our calendar on our website. If you do want to support the channel, we have a subscription service where you can get soaps of the month from us, discount codes, and shout outs at the end of our videos, like all of our foamy homies and suddy buddies here. So definitely check that out on our website if you are interested in supporting the channel that way. Another way to support the channel is like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.